You know that feeling when your alarm goes off in the morning and the first thing you do, before even fully opening your eyes, is reach for your phone? And suddenly, it's 20 minutes later, you're still in bed, but now you're comparing your sleepy, puffy face to someone's "I woke up like this" perfection, or that hollow pit in your stomach after spending an hour scrolling through highlight reels of exotic vacations and dream promotions while you're sitting in your living room on a Tuesday night, feeling like everyone else has figured out life except you? I've lost entire evenings disappearing into the social media void. Those nights when you promise yourself just 5 more minutes, and suddenly it's 1 a.m., and all you've gained is knowledge about strangers' lives and a vague sense of inadequacy. We've all felt that urge, right? That moment when your thumb hovers over delete account because it all feels too much. The comparison trap, the time waste, the emotional roller coaster of measuring your worth against likes and comments. It's exhausting, and it's real. And if you're nodding right now, know that you're not alone in this struggle. And we've all heard the advice, right? Just delete your accounts. Get off social media completely. It's toxic. Self-help gurus, wellness podcasts, even some friends tell us this is the only solution. But let's be real, for many of us, that's not practical. Maybe you're a small business owner who needs social media for marketing. Maybe it's how you stay connected with family across the country. Maybe it's your creative outlet, or how you find community around your interests. And even if you do delete everything in a moment of frustration, most of us end up back there eventually, often with the same unhealthy patterns. Deleting might fix the surface issue, but it doesn't address the deeper relationship we've developed with these platforms. Let me walk you through some practical changes that actually worked for me. Not theoretical stuff, but things I've personally tried that transformed my relationship with these platforms. Desktop instead of mobile. Here's a game changer that worked for me. Delete the apps from your phone and only access social media from your computer. When I did this, my usage dropped by about 80% overnight. No more pulling out my phone at every red light or bathroom break. No more endless scrolling in bed. Now, when I want to check social media, I have to consciously decide to open my laptop and go to the website. This small barrier eliminated most of my mindless usage. If you absolutely need the apps on your phone for work or other legitimate reasons, try moving them to a folder on your second or third home screen, not front and center where they constantly tempt you. Clean your feed. This might sound obvious, but it's surprisingly powerful. Clean your feed. I spent an afternoon last month going through everyone I follow, asking myself one question: does seeing this person's content generally make me feel better or worse? If the answer was worse, I unfollowed. Even if it was someone I admired, even if it was someone successful in my field, even if it was someone I knew personally. This isn't about hiding from reality. It's about recognizing that you get to choose what you expose yourself to hundreds of times per day. Now, let's talk about a slightly awkward situation. What about people you care about, but whose content just isn't helpful to see daily? Maybe it's a friend who posts political views that stress you out. Maybe it's a family member whose parenting journey makes you feel inadequate about your own. For these people, use the mute feature. They'll never know you've muted them, and you can still check in on their profile when you genuinely want to. Set clear limits. Most phones now have screen time limits built in. Use them. A 25-minute daily limit on Instagram, for instance, can make a real difference. Once the time's up, the app locks. And honestly, 25 minutes tends to be enough to catch up with people who matter, interact a bit, and then move on. What's interesting is that just having that limit in place changes things. Often, it doesn't even get used fully. The boundary quietly pushes you to be more intentional with your time without turning it into a big deal. Don't use social media first thing in morning or before sleep. The first 30 minutes after waking and the last 30 minutes before sleeping are sacred. Don't give them to Mark Zuckerberg or any other tech CEO. When I used to check Instagram first thing in the morning, I'd start my day comparing myself to others before I'd even brushed my teeth. When I scrolled before bed, the blue light and emotional stimulation made it harder to fall asleep. Now, my mornings begin with a glass of water, some stretching, and maybe reading a few pages of a book. My evenings end with journaling or talking with my partner. The difference in my overall well-being has been dramatic. Post less, live more. We've developed this strange habit where experiences don't feel complete unless we share them. The concert isn't just about the music, It's about the story you'll tell. The vacation isn't just about relaxation, it's about the photos you'll post. The achievement isn't just about your personal growth, it's about the announcement. Try this. Do something meaningful and don't post about it at all. Keep it just for you. There's a special kind of power in private joy, in experiences that aren't performed for an audience. There's something underrated about going on a trip and not posting anything. No photos, no updates, just being there. No thinking about captions, no worrying about angles or the feed, just presence. And it stays with you longer that way. Use social media as a tool, not a lifestyle. Social media is a tool, just like a hammer or a knife. It's neither good nor bad inherently. It depends entirely on how you use it. Ask yourself, what do I actually want from these platforms? Maybe it's creative inspiration, connection with certain people, or information about specific topics. Once you know what you want, redesign your usage around those specific goals. Unfollow accounts that don't serve those purposes. Set time limits that reflect the actual value you get. Make your phone work for you, not against you. Try social media fasting. One practice that's helped me tremendously is taking regular breaks. I mean, do social media Sundays, where you delete all the apps from your phone for the full day. At first, you'll feel uncomfortable. You'll reach for your phone out of habit, not knowing what to do during those small moments of boredom or transition. Over time, those weekly digital sabbaticals turn into something you actually start looking forward to. They quietly reset how you relate to technology, a small reminder that it's supposed to serve you, not run you. You might start with just a few hours, then try a full day, then maybe even a weekend. Notice how it feels, both the discomfort and the freedom. Address the emotional side. Now, let's talk about something deeper, the emotional impact these platforms have on us. Social media has this sneaky way of becoming the lens through which we see ourselves. Our value becomes tied to metrics, likes, comments, followers. Our self-image gets shaped by constant comparison. The best practice is developing offline hobbies that have nothing to do with social validation, things you do purely for the joy of doing them, not to showcase them. And remember, what you see online is a highlight reel, not reality. No one is posting their 3 a.m. anxiety attacks, their rejected job applications, their relationship struggles, their insecurities. Everyone has these moments, even the people whose lives seem perfect online. If this kind of content helps you think a bit differently or makes things lighter on your end, that's the whole point. We bring more of this, real, simple content that fits into your own journey. So if you're into that, like the video and subscribe. It costs you nothing but helps us a lot.